Now, when you see a theory based on the bite of 87, you usually assume that this theory is based on, who did it? No. We know who did it, it's obvious. Spoilers for the week before novel, which, read it, it's really good. But it's basically confirmed that FOXY is the one who committed the bite of 87. But, okay, then what the fuck is this theory about? We know what it is. Well, I want to talk about the clues that pointed to FOXY being the one who committed the bite of 87, and how it was pretty obvious all along. But first, a quick recap on what the bite of 87 is. It was first mentioned in FNaF 1 in a passing comment by Phone Guy in the first phone call, where he just says, "They used to walk around in the dead tube before the bite of 87. Now, this of course means it's in the past tense. And in FNaF 2, which takes place in 1987, it's basically confirmed that the bite of 87 happens after night 6. And it's most likely that Jeremy, our playable character for the first 6 nights, is the one who was bit, but it could have just been any other Freddy's employee. And that's basically all we know. First 2 games, that's it. Oh, that's basically all we know about the actual incident itself. But in the week before, again, read it if you haven't, it is stated that FOXY never bit any kids. And it puts emphasis on kids. And it basically saying he's bitten an adult before. And what's an incident where an adult was bit? The bite of 87. FOXY was in FNaF 2 as the withered FOXY. FOXY's the one who committed the bite of 87. But what other clues were there? Well, except for the week before clearly stating it. Well, just listen. Now, weirdly enough, FNaF 2 itself doesn't really have any clues to who did the bite of 87. Yeah, I know, the game where the bite of 87 happens doesn't actually have any clues of who did it. It doesn't even directly mention the bite of 87. But, we do have some clues in a different FNaF game. FNaF 4. Yes, FNaF 4. I'm being completely serious. Now, in case you don't know, in the source code of things, whether it be the games, teasers, or just fucking posters, or whatever the goddamn, Scott likes to leave lore hints into it, specifically in the Scott era games. Now it's a little less trustworthy with the whole Scott not communicating with Steelwool thing, but, whatever. But, if you look into the source code of many of the FNaF 4 teasers, you will find many just random 87s typed everywhere. 87 here, 87 there. It's extremely weird. Then it came to the Nightmare animatronic teasers where they were saying, "Was it me?" Or "Was it me? Was it me?" And a lot of people, including basically myself, I was a young kid at the time, so I just believed any theory I saw. I'd basically only been in the fandom for a few months at that point. But a lot of people were saying, maybe we're gonna see the bite of 87 in some form in FNaF 4. Well, of course, we saw the bite of 83, but not the bite of 87, so what the fuck happened? Well, you see, before FNaF 4 released, one of the 87s was changed to an 83, and a lot of people just took this as confirmation that the year was retconned or whatever. But not all 87s were changed, only one was, and there's no way Scott retconned it a few days before the game's release, so what the fuck is going on here? Well, I did some other digging, and this is something I noticed a long time ago, but didn't know what to make of it. The whole toy animatronics being toys, and how Mangle's broken, and how Toy Chica's missing her beak, which Scott says is important for some reason. I never knew what this meant. But then I was like, hold the fuck up. 87s. Things foreshadowing FNaF 2. Is FNaF 2 important to FNaF 4 in some way? Well, I started to realize some stuff. The 87 teasers were about who did the bite of 87. So, who was it? Well, if you go onto the Nightmare FOXY teaser, if you look into his eyes, there is a very clear 87. Scott was telling us FOXY did the bite of 87 all the way back in 2015, and to be honest, it makes a lot of sense. His attraction is closed down and out of order in FNaF 1, which is clearly stated to be because of FOXY doing his whole tear bite thing in the week before, at least heavily implied. He's always shown having his jaw open, even if it's not broken. He has extremely sharp teeth, and just the fact that he seems to be one of the most aggressive characters, It just makes a lot of sense. Now, again, I could get into all the connections that FNaF 4 has to FNaF 2, but this is just about the Bite 87, so I'm not going to do that. So, just a little quick theory video here. So yeah, FOXY was always the Bite of 87 committer, the biter, the fucking Foxy biter, bear, fucking Freddy 5 bear, pirate guy, bit Jeremy Fitzgerald, Merrill, whatever. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's basically it. Next video will probably be on Glamrock Bonnie and Monty. So yeah.